All right. Nobody here yet, but I'm hungry, so we're gonna get started. Welcome. Let me turn down the volume of my laptop real quick. Wrong overlay. It does give the glorious fools video in. All right. Let's get it. Let's do some cooking. All right. So, live cooking episode 96. Really close to 100 right now. We're just going to get started and yeah, we'll see if somebody drops by. Otherwise, hello to the people watching this back on YouTube instead of watching it live. Appreciate you uh, looking up the video. And yeah, we're going to have a great time here. I already started boiling some water on my left. What's up, Peter? And also, I heated up the oven, 200 degrees Celsius. How you doing, Peter? Hello, Kitty. Let's see. I mean, something like that, Peter. Um, Today on Live Cooking, episode 96, um, got, I don't know, maybe sort of French slash Italian kind of like recipe. I don't know. I just came up with some stuff I was eager to eat, and yeah, here are the ingredients. Um, so what we're gonna do? I got some turkey over here. Gonna wrap that with bacon. Bake that. Do the rest of the baking inside the oven. And along with that, we're gonna eat some bimi. I looked up the translation, how English people would call it. Um, One thing that popped up was broccolini, so not broccoli, but broccolini. Over here, we just call it bimi. Free Italian, I love it. I love it. Yeah, let's go with Fritalian. Hope you're having a great weekend, Peter. And thanks for tuning in here on the chicken farm. Um, Also, we're going to make a mix of baked chestnut mushrooms with some red onion. Kind of goes over the whole plate. And for that, I'm going to make a herby, garlicky mix to bake the stuff in. And also going to use the same mix to mix. I got some soft butter over here. It's like roomboter, but then soft. Um, Quite interesting product. So we're going to mix a little bit of that garlic herb mix to the butter, and we're going to use that kind of like a sauce or like a dip for our vegetables, but also for the turkey bacon turkey. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. These are like singletons, like solo garlic, so you don't have cloves. It's just one big clove. Um, Not necessarily more tastier or less tastier than regular garlic, but it's just easier to like to cut to prepare. Garlic and herbs butter for baking. Love it. All right. Well, actually, for the baking, Peter, I'm gonna use oil, and the butter is just for like the garnishing of the dish, as you will. So we're going to kind of make two different garlic herb mixes, one with oil and one with butter. New high mic hype, yes sir. I got the HyperX Solo Cast microphone. I already started using it for the game streams as well. um, makes it a lot easier instead of having to do the Xbox party stuff with the headset and microphone, especially with the cooking show. Uh, Before I was wearing the headset during the cooking shows, but then I had to plug it into my controller, so my controller was kind of like underneath my belt, and it was always a struggle. And also because I'm using Lightstream, because I stream from Xbox, there was like the audio of my mouth when I say stuff wasn't synchronized with the actual video. That's also not a problem anymore. It sounds good. Well, yeah, I'm really happy to hear that, Peter. I got positive responses so far. Couldn't get any worse. I mean, controller in a belt headset during a cooking show. It's like it's kind of like the cheap ass budget solution for what you guys do with Mrs. A cooking show, where you just have the microphone, kind of like a television microphone, you know. Pro Steamer, yeah, getting upgrades here, man. This job is fun and busy, so less time for streaming, but it does allow me to invest more in the stream to have upgrades like this microphone. Enough said. Let's get to the cooking, Peter. Um, yeah, first we're gonna put these in the oven. I got some foil, and it literally only need like 10 minutes. Aluminium foil. Just put them in there. These are not that big, so it only needs like 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less. Then they get like all soft and more flavor comes out of it. And because it gets really soft, the garlic, it's also easier to cut or mix. You don't even have to cut it anymore, really. You can just like grab your knife and squash it, and you made your own garlic paste. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, set to 200 degrees, about 10 minutes. After that, I can mix everything up along with the herbs, which I got right here. Let's see, we got some thyme, having the time of your life. I got some roses for Mary. Oh my God, Jamona. I got some, let's see, what's this? Oregano. I do not have a word joke with that. And what's this? Some sage. Also, no word joke available at the moment. Maybe later. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. So for the Bimi, I already started boiling some water. Um, you can just grill these or put on the barbecue, just like that. I personally prefer to like blanch them a little bit first. Otherwise, it will be so like um, so ropey, beetje touwig. Ik weet niet de vertaling. I do not know the translation. Just like when it's basically like asparagus. If you don't like cook them properly and they're like undercooked, it's just no way to eat that. Same thing with this. It's just broccoli basically. They also might call this like asparagus broccoli. It tastes like broccoli, a little bit more. I don't know. I can't describe the taste difference. In general, it tastes like broccoli, but I don't know. It just looks fancy. They're cute. Look how cute. A little bit more. I don't know. The taste is just a little bit nicer than regular broccoli. I do not have an explanation for it or a word what makes it different. Yeah, Bimi, Peter, try them out. Really lovely, and mainly they just look nice. So what I do, they got like these leaves, which you also find with the regular broccoli. So I'm gonna peel that off, and now let's reheat that pan of water so it starts boiling again. In the meantime, let's peel these leaves off. But one thing you really have to do with this is like bake them or grill them after you boiled them. Like the top gets so crispy and crunchy, it's like really nice to eat that. and it's also really healthy. So, not a lot of leaves. I had batches before which had a lot of these leaves stuck to it, but this one doesn't appear have a lot. Man, I need some water. Sore throat. They do look cute, Peter. Did you play some more Battlefield lately? Let's see. I'm gonna use this as a garbage disposal thingy. So in goes the Bimi or broccolini or asparagus broccoli. You name it whatever you want. I go with Bimi. That's the shortest and therefore the most easiest. Boil them for about 4 minutes. So don't put the cold water in the pan and then on the fire and the Bimi in it and start waiting it to boil and then count 4 minutes. No, first you boil the water, then you add the Bimi. You basically do that with every vegetable. That's like a big mistake a lot of people make. They get this pan with cold water, put it on the fire, add the vegetables, and then light the fire. No, you gotta wait for the water to boil. In that way, you always have the maximum amount of vitamins in your vegetables. Got killed a lot on Battlefield. Me too, Peter. Not to brag, but I played Battlefield 5 a lot. I was quite swifty and capable in that game. But as much capable I was in Battlefield 5, that's like how uncapable I am in Battlefield 2042. I just can't. It feels more like the game mechanics, it's more like Call of Duty, really. It's just, I don't know, I can't. I'm enjoying it, but I will never be a good player, I reckon. All right, so the water's boiling again, so let's add that. Bam. So it doesn't continue boiling because I just added the Bimi. So I'm waiting for the water to boil again. Now the vegetables are in, and then I start counting 4 minutes. So in the meantime, let's cut up these chestnuts mushrooms, or rather, half cut them in half. So we're gonna bake these or stir fry these along with the onion. But for that, we need to make ourselves the garlic herb oil first. Also played Battlefield 5 the other night, and Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 1, all in one night. That was fun. It was an all Battlefield night. I got more Battlefield titles, but there wasn't enough time to play them all. But it was fun to go through all the eras. Where did I put my water? Hold on, Peter. You gotta hydrate, right? So I was kind of bummed today that after a lot of hot summer days, it finally started to cool down again. And now today it's hot again. I'm like, shit, when is it over? I'm more of a winter winter guy instead of a summers guy. I like warm days, but it's just too hot sometimes. I do not enjoy that. Especially when I try to go to sleep at night. So I got a lovely red onion. It's been hot a lot, yeah, yeah. Like I remember a couple of summers ago, we did have maybe a couple of days of hot weather, but not that extreme, and it's starting to become a regular thing more often each year that passes by. You got a air conditioning? We don't. I'm so jealous. Maybe I should buy one too. Although inside my house, it's kind of cool. Like even if it's hot outside, it kind of stays cool inside my house. But still, with this intense heat, I could really use air conditioning. All right. So Bimi started boiling again. So let's put countdown. So we cut it up the onions along with the chestnut mushrooms. Let's put that aside in the bucket real quick for a second here. Or maybe like how do you call that on top of your wall? Yeah, on top of your ceiling, the one that rotates. How do you call that? Like in Dutch we say ventilator of so. Nee, something like that. Ceiling fan. Really? Does make sense. It's a fan on the ceiling. Yeah, like my sister has like a really big ass one, and it doesn't look nice, but it's effective. It's like really big. That's what she said. So it's kind of ugly too, but hey, works like a charm. So you got to kind of compensate there, I think, if you want one of those. So let's start peeling all these herbs. So put in the sage. So I'm using this as a mix bucket. I got like this little thingy here. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, I need to see myself. Staff mixer. But in here it's easy to like, you know. So put all the herbs inside the jar. The time of my life. I love thyme for its flavor, but I do not like thyme for the thing you got to do because you could pull off all these tiny leaves, and sometimes you don't have time for that. I'm so sorry. It's too easy. This one, it's too easy, Peter. They can be great, yeah, but this one in particular, I'm talking about the one of my sister. It's well, I can't guess like a diameter, but at least over 1 meter, at least, maybe even two. It's like really like the blades are really wide. There's always time for time, depending on how much you need. Really, I only got a couple of branches over here. It's just time consuming, really. Yeah, at my work we have something with time as well, but we have to cook for a lot of people every day, and so yeah, we just order them like without the branches. Otherwise, we don't have time for that. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and at 12 everything has to be ready. So you only have like a couple of hours. Half a minute for the bimi, off screen boiling, blanchir. If you use a lot of time, it's very time consuming indeed, yes. Like for one recipe, we use like two of those like regular size bushes of thyme. So I nearly did all the time by now. Oh, we got some oregano over here. There's a lot of rosemary inside this. Oh, Hold on. Before we continue, we need to take out the Bimi. Beep 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 beep. So, got the Bimi right here. Ooh, steamy. Steamy hot. Take out the Bimi here. I don't drain the water along with the Bimi out of pan. I always use like the tongue, the tang man. I don't know what the hell. How do you call this in English? I don't know. Otherwise, I'm afraid they break when you like pour it into your sieve. You gotta be gentle. You gotta be gentle with the Bimi. A tongue, a tang. I don't know. Peter knows everything. Probably, he knows. So let's put that aside for a second. You could save that water as a stock for, I don't know, vegetable soup or something. Could be. Could be a idea. Don't be you, be me. I appreciate you dropping by today, Peter. Otherwise, I'll be myself. I'll by me. Fuck, I fucked that one up. You know what I meant to say. I'm glad you're here. Otherwise, be I'll be myself. Oh man, that's horrible, Jamona. Shit. Let's continue with the with the herbs here. I'm starting to smell the garlic inside the oven by now. The smell's coming through as we speak. Some lovely sage. It's very nice flavor. It's sage enough. You try so hard, and I didn't got far. And in the end, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, we got some rotten oregano. This is not what I pay for. Shit. Right. Lots of rosemary, like two big ass branches. I'm only gonna use one of that. There. All right. So one branch of rosemary. We got ourselves a nice herby mix, and let's put this in as well. Little one, little branch. All right. From a couple of nights ago, I didn't stream it, but I used some basil. I still have some left over of that, so I'm gonna use that as well before it gets like rotten or not edible anymore. And who doesn't want some extra flavor? So this one comes with dirt, like soil, so you can like don't necessarily have to throw it away. You can put it in the ground in the backyard, or if you have like a allotment, or like a self-sufficient garden, or like even if it's only like a tiny spot where the sun shines regularly, just put it in the soil, put it in the ground. And basil, it's like weed; it grows really fast. Don't have to give it that much water, but also kind of pay attention to it. And like I said, it grows really fast. And I think basil is one of the most like accepted herby flavor out there. Like for example, coriander. A lot of people don't like that. But basil is like highly accepted by most people. So let's clean up a little bit because I made a little messy mess over here. Um, kind of dirt from the basil a little bit. We don't want that in our food, do we? So I'm gonna take out the garlic now. Woo, hot. Ay, 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 ay. Not gonna turn off the oven. I still need that. So let's take them out of their paper. Oh, the smell. Ooh la 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 la. All right. So now I need to peel off the skin. And it should be coming off quite easily. Woo! It's bloody hot. This one could have used a little bit more baking time. See, you can peel it right off that skin. Easy does it. Like just with onions and garlic, sometimes it's like a real struggle to peel the skin off, you know. Um, but like this, briefly in the oven, it goes so easily. Look at that. Um, I can really stand the heat with my hands. So if you're going to do this yourself, you might want to wait a little second before they cool down a bit. I can easily stand this heat. It's for me, it's not that hot. Um, for me, that starts with like hot oil and butter or chocolate. Um, the trick is really not to touch it that long at the same spot. You know, your brain needs a couple of seconds to realize, oh, my skin is burning or this is hot, you know. And right before your brain starts thinking that, you hold the thing you're holding that's hot differently. You switch it up, you move it around a little bit like this, you know. That's basically the trick. If I would hold this like the same way for multiple seconds, right when it gets out of the oven, then it started to hurt for me as well. But it's kind of the trick to move it around a little bit. If you can't, you know what they say. If you can't stand the heat, stay the hell out of my kitchen. Yeah, just a little heads up disclaimer, Peter, before people like, hey, you didn't told us to wait. I burnt my finger because of you, man. If ever, but anybody ever like tries to simultaneously prepare the food I'm preparing on the streams, it happened a couple of times. Um, Most times people like do it after they see something during the cooking shows, and then like a week later or something they send me a message or a video or a photo that they kind of made the same or tried to, you know. And that's the whole goal behind this cooking show. Just talk about food, like give each other ideas, like get to know food you might not heard of because somebody some in chat, you know, is like, hey, we cook this and this over here, you know, and you never heard of it. And then it turns out to be great food. So, yeah, I'm always eager. So, it's basically also for myself to learn new stuff, not just like showing you guys, like, look what I can prepare, or this might be great. It's also for me to learn new stuff. If I wasn't doing the cooking shows, I would never heard of Flying Jacob. That's like a Swedish oven dish with banana and rice and chicken. I never heard of that. In goes some oil, makes it easier to mix. So let's grab the mixer. I need some electricity. Yeah, man. It's not like it happens every time or a lot of times, but occasionally somebody does that. Yeah. You know, Cupcut probably maybe from my stream or playing with him. Um, he's like the number one on that. He did the brownie and what he did some other stuff. I can't recall which one, but I definitely know he did the brownie. I did the one with the white chocolate on top, like the white chocolate coating and the walnuts, caramelized walnuts. And he sent me the picture. It looked exactly the same, like literally the same. So I'm trying to get some electricity over here, but I got a stekker doos. Not sure if it's gonna reach. Yeah, it's reaching. All right, let's. It's quite a struggle. All these hardware and cables. Needs a little bit more oil. Was there a special ingredient in the brownie? I mean, it's a Dutch after all. No, the special ingredients were like the white chocolate coating and the walnuts, the caramelized walnuts. Speaking of the devil, we were just talking about you, Copcot, or at least I was. That you like sometimes prepare the food I do with cooking shows, like the brownie. I got a nice herby mix over here. A little bit more oil again. Don't want to use too much. How you doing, Cupcake? The brownie was lit, yeah. And I also told Peter that the photo you sent of the brownie looked exactly like mine. Only I think I used a round shape baking form and you used like a square baking form. But apart from that, it was like exactly the same. I was like, man, this guy. Let's bring out the Cupcake chicken. Don't fear, Ethan the medic is here. So we got a nice herby mix. Let's clean this. All right. So half of it, we're going to use that to bake our mushrooms and red onions in, and the other half goes through the butter. Yeah, and those walnut paste cookies were pretty good also. Oh, that's like I was talking about the cooking shows at work, I believe. Yeah, at work, and somebody asked me like, what was the most delicious or like the most fun thing you did, and I named those. Like there were hazelnut cookies, like like two stacked on top of each other, and in between I made like a hazelnut paste with sea salt, and it was by far the most delicious thing I think I made in life so far. Like not just with sweets, like every genre of food. It was like so good. Oh, I should make those again soon. But the hazelnuts are so expensive, and you need quite a lot of them. Nuts in general are expensive. All right, so we're getting close to the final preparations here, and then it's only like baking, really. So, getting myself the bacon here. If I can open this package, it's kind of a weird package. It's nuts how expensive the nuts are. Yeah, um, I love them. So if it's, but I try not to look at the prices. I just grab whatever I want, whatever I need, and yeah, it's so diverse. You can use it in so many ways, and you got so many. It's lovely. I like those big bags where they're all like mixed up, like all different kinds. Love it. Works great for salads too, you know. So I got the turkey over here. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna count the amount of bacon I got. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why would you want to? It's only 11 slices. So one person gets an extra slice. So we're going to basically make sort of a jacket for the turkey. So I got 11 slices. So each one gets 5. Maybe one gets 6. So I'm overlapping these. Maybe I don't need all the bacon. Let's see. Let's use 6. So this is basically all about the garlic herb mix we made. Gonna put a little bit of that on the turkey fillet, like that. Pistachios are nice, but pretty expensive. Yeah, basically any type of nut, cupcoat. Pistachios are high up there for me as well. One of the few nuts I prefer being salted. Most nuts I just want them natural. I don't like where they always add salt to the nuts. But pistachios, I actually prefer them to be salty. All right, that's one. Next. Sounds like a great idea. Although Copcat doesn't have Battlefield 2042, Peter. But yeah, I'll be down. I'll be down for that. I do have to wake up early tomorrow because of work. Yay! So can't go to bed all that late. But I think you're not that vampire either, Peter. Ha! That rhymes. You'll take an extra slice. It does look good already, huh? Doesn't it? Man, you're on fire today, Peter. Love it. But yeah, I'll be down for some games tonight. Probably around like 8:30 or 9 p.m. something like that. I'll be there. That's usually the time where I start playing. Like I always try to play 1 or 1.5 hours every night. You know. So look at those lovely turkey bacon wrapped fillets with the garlic. Garlic. Well, what are we gonna call it? Garlic herb mix. Just heavenly mix. You'll be there, all right? Yes. Did you already check out the new season, Peter? Because they changed the menu again, maps, but also the interface and what you don't have that portal all out warfare and hazard zone menu at the start anymore, where you can choose between the three directions you want to go with when you start playing. everything is just in one menu now, accessible to one through one menu. So starting to look good, this game. I thought it was pesto. No, if it was pesto, there would also be nuts and cheese in the mix. Then it would be pesto. This is just a lot of herbs mixed with garlic. So, um, yeah, let's start bake everything. So I'm gonna move the camera for a second here. So the big camera, small camera will remain where it is. So if you suffer from motion sickness, please look away. This might be a bumpy ride coming up. So trying to capture as much space from the stove as possible. I can't wait for my new kitchen to arrive. Probably, I don't know, November, December, something like that. And yeah, I'll make sure it's stream suitable, suitable for streaming. Already looks tasty. Thank you, Peter. So I'm going to start off with baking the turkey. Mm, this one. Heat up that pan. Yes, it's still confusing. Yeah, because you're used to the old interface, but once you get used to it, and you'll see that it's a lot more easier and user friendly now. Yeah, new kitchen, Peter. New floor. All the electricity is gonna be done, like complete new scheme and such. Also for the electricity, like the main unit for it's gonna be like renewed. The kitchen's gonna have like induction, so no more gas, and the how do you call it? The afzuigkap, that takes away the heat and the steam. It's the inside the induction plate, so I don't have a unit on my wall anymore. A vent hood, thank you. Yeah, this one is like inside the, the induction plate. Um, Also, everything's gonna be repainted inside. Also, before that, gaan we alles stukken. So, I, again, I do not know this English word for that. Because right now we got like, it has like a motive. What's that? I hear chicken sounds. Pepsi, what's up? Appreciate that follow. Welcome to the chicken farm. We're live cooking today and talking about random stuff. Welcome. I hope you're having a great weekend. We do cooking over here. Also, we play video games every now and then, but we try to cook as much as possible. I hope you're doing great. So, this pan is quite heated up now. Add a little bit of the oil before adding the herb spices. I don't want these herbs to burn. 400 follow hype? Really? I got 400 now? It's been going back and forth, Cop God. Every time I got close, somebody unfollowed, so I had to do it over again. So at one point, I didn't look at it anymore because it got frustrated. But if we got the 400 follow hype, then we have to thank Pepsi, like extra thank Pepsi. Maybe give him some chickens, Cop God. Give some. Oh, you can't do that anymore, Samad. By the way, hold on. I do think Pepsi 6969 seems a little bit suspicious. Yeah, I need to like redo that command for mods. Somehow mods at one point couldn't do that anymore, and I tried to reverse it, but I couldn't get my head around it how it works. So I have to kind of dig in a little bit further into that to fix that command. But I believe Cupgods and Pepsi are the same person. So let's add a little bit of that garlic mix on top and flip it around. But man, 400 follow. That's very fun either way, man. It's gonna be great. The 6969 gave it away, Cup God. Maybe it's a bot. Could be. If it's a bot, I don't have the 400. If it's a bot. I think Twitch kind of fixed that thing. Cup bot. Damn, Peter, you started to get better in these word jokes than I am, man. You have a great teacher? You know what I like about that type of humor? Because it's so bad, it's just like so bad, but because it's bad, it's so good. You know, that's what I love about it. Lekker flauw, weet je wel. Flavors over here. It smells. Look at that. Oh la 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 la. So I'm also gonna grab my stir frying pan. Dad jokes. Yeah, I gotta practice on that, Peter. We've been to the healthcare thingy for like get the echo, like the first eerste termijn echo, like the first regular echo they make of the baby to look like if that's okay, then there's not a lot of stuff that can go wrong after that, and like everything was there, arms, legs, a head, even fingers were visible already. Was moving and jiggling around a lot. So yeah, happy baby. So we're happy and thrilled to hear that there are no complications so far, and hope it stays that way, man. So now I'm gonna take off the turkey, turn down that fire, and the rest of the baking and the cooking goes inside the oven. But I'm not gonna put it in yet because we need the other stuff as well. Ooh. Man, this pan needs replacement. Let's use the same pan for the Bimi for a second here. Thanks, Cupgoat. Pepsi 696. Why not Coca-Cola? Why Pepsi? Maybe Coca-Cola 696969 was already taken. Also, turn on the fire for the stir frying pan. So the Bimi, I'm just gonna briefly bake that in here to make it a little bit crispy. A little bit of oil along with that. Pan kind of dried out by now with that turkey and bacon. Ask the person, I don't know where they went to. I couldn't tag either, Cupcake. I couldn't tag either. I had to type it out. And again, because it's so fragile and I don't want it to break, use my little grabber over here to turn it around. Heating up the stir frying pan. This one is like the big fire, so this one can go really high and warms up really fast. Again, a little bit of olive oil. Altogether, I think I used about 100 milliliters of olive oil now. So keep in mind you need a lot of oil for this. And don't, if you use olive oil, don't get that nasty cheap ass oil. If you're gonna use it, make sure you have at least a little bit of flavor, you know? A little bit of quality. We call them tongues in English. Tongues. We say tongue. Tang. You say tongues, but that's like your tongue, right? Language, weird. So, I'll put these on top of the turkey. Oh. Oh. We got a Bimi down. Would be fun if you see this in Star Wars or Star Trek, I mean. Beam me up, Scotty. That was a good one, right, Peter? Look at that pan, completely ruined. Woo, hot. Cheap one, but a good one. Uh, all right, let's move the camera a bit closer here to the other one. There you go. So in goes the onions and the chestnut mushrooms. You're on a roll today, Peter. You're on fire. Yeah, beat me up. That was a good one, right? All right, Cop God. While I'm stir frying, kind of cleaning up a little bit, like all the stuff I don't need anymore. All right, we're getting there. Not me. You are on a roll. We're doing this together then. We steken elkaar aan, Peter. So on this one, a little bit of sea salt. Because I haven't used salt yet. A little bit on top of there. There you go. So I'm going to put this in the oven now. Still set to 200 degrees Celsius. I think this is my favorite pan. It's almost food time. Pasta. Lovely. Right, man. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, Peter. Never walk away from a dish prepared by Mrs. A. What kind of pasta are you having? I don't think I'll be finished in time before you leave. I need a little bit more time, Peter. So you're gonna have to look at the end result on Instagram. So yeah. All right, Peter. Carbonara and pesto sounds good, man. You got like two different pastas in one. Love it. Bon appetit, sir. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll talk to you tonight, man. 9ish. I'll be there probably. Right. Say hello to Mrs. A for me, sir. So now the mushrooms and onions are slightly baked. So now I'm gonna add more of that garlic herb paste we made, and the rest is for the butter. Later, Gator. Enjoy the food. You too, man. See you tonight, Peter. Appreciate you. Let's get a quick shout out for Peter. Bam. Also streams from time to time, and also his wife. They do cooking shows together. It's amazing. The name suits well. Look at that. Lovely. Mmm. Smells good too. Now I added the garlic and the herbs. So let's put that on low fire. Add a little bit of regular salt and pepper. So we're gonna put that. Oh, way you put it on the little fire, just to keep it warm, you know. So let's move the camera back to the cutting plate board. So again, if you suffer from motion illness, sickness, please look away. It's going to be a bumpy ride. All right, there you go. So I got the soft cream butter over here. So it's like butter, but then soft. The stuff they make nowadays. I need a bowl, preferably a clean one. Shit. There you go. That's about enough. Get some of that lovely mix again. There you go. Lovely. Might make the chocolate chip cookies on Discord. They look pretty good, and I've got all the ingredients. Nice one. I'm already looking forward to the end result, Copcop. You preferably prepare the sweets, right? I noticed. You leave the dinner food up to your whoever prepares dinner at your place. So, some lovely garlic butter over here. Yeah. Are you still thinking about getting the new Battlefield? Or are you gonna wait for it to get discount? Because you were talking about getting it, but then you didn't, and then you said maybe. So I'm kind of confused what the whole plan is here. I need you on that Battlefield 2, Cop God, not just on Battlefield 5. Nice. So this also needs some sea salt. The golden combination. Got chicken curry tonight with naan bread. Oh, I love naan bread. And coconut milk rice. That sounds really good. Maybe I should do that on a cooking show. I love naan bread, especially the one with like the they add like these little herbs. Oh, goes along with a lot of dishes too, like for on the side. All right, let's have a tasty. Mm. Mm-hmm. Very nice. All right, we're getting close to the end, guys. Still considering buying it. Considering, all right. So not completely like convinced yet. Yeah, there'll be a discount soon, probably. I guess. I think it's about time. So maybe the game is nearly a year old, so then it would be like worth it. Have you had Peshwarina? No, never heard of that. With Cyrus on top? No, never had that before. No, never heard of it either. All right, gonna grab the plates, Cup Got. We're about to finish here. It's really good. I have to look it up if they sell it here, man. I mean, you can find naan bread everywhere. Try to say it in Dutch. Um, yeah, so there will be a high chance they sell it here too. Pesvari naan sounds interesting. Interesting name, at least. All right, let's get stuffies ready. Oh, eet bij de tafel. Sorry, I had to put the fork and knife on the table for the missus. It's very good. Oh, I do have to look it up. We got like these bigger franchises of supermarkets, and they like sell way more different luxury food and shit. Well, not just luxury, but a lot of different products compared to other supermarkets. I'll have to go look at one of those places and they'll probably have it, or make like maybe like a specialized supermarket, like an Asian supermarket or like an Arabic supermarket. I'll find it. I'll find it. Yesterday had this nice chicken and cauliflower jambalaya. Oh, jambalaya, man. Cupcake, I love that you love the food, man. I know a lot of people who are your age as well, and they don't like anything really. And you're just going down the list, man. I love it. Love it. So it's decoration time. So here's the Bimi with the turkey wrapped in bacon. Ooh, lovely. Now, it also needs our mushroom slash onion mix. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. I can tell you that right now. Now, let's add that lovely garlic butter. Oh la la. Not too much. Gotta keep eye out on the waste, you know? And then, last but not least, some nice balsamico syrup. Quickly gonna give one to the missus, who's then probably gonna make some social media photos for me. She's like the social media expert at the chicken farm, you know? My dad does the cooking and my mom does the baking. Ah, nice. And you're more of the baking too, then, I guess. All right, look at that, Cupcake. Ooh, a little bit more of that for me. Love it. So, final result: turkey wrapped in bacon, baked inside a garlic herb mix with mushrooms and onions and lovely bimi, or also known as broccolini or asparagus broccoli. It goes by many names, but it's also mostly known by very delicious food. Yes, it's very nice. I like a lot of food. Squid, it's pretty good. Also have eel before in sushi. I don't like eel. Yeah. Eel. Looks very delicious. Thank you, Cupcut. I'm gonna eat it right away. So I'm heading out. Um, yeah. Thanks for watching, Cupcut, everybody else. And we got the 400 follow hype. Wow, let's go. Also, thanks for Peter to hang out. I know he's not here anymore, but just want to point it out. He's amazing. So, yeah. Not sure when the next cooking show will be. Um, we'll see. Depends on the work schedule, you know. Cupcut, have a great night, man. And thank you. You enjoy your meal as well later on. And if you already had your dinner, enjoy the dessert, sir. And always remember to stay freaking chicken. Until the next one. Laters.